Alrighty, so greetings, Dr. Hudgens. This is Dawn Goodman, Washington, on Friday, October 2nd, with week 5 video regarding syntactical analysis, kind of tips or various steps that one might use to get more syntax information. We are looking at 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 6 through 10, and this is for beginning Greek. For ministry. So as you see, I have opened up within Logos my standard resource, Bible resource, which is the ESV, to the passage, and then I went over in the adjacent pane and pulled up under Tools the text comparison for the passage that we are wanting to look at. And having pulled up just various smattering of Bibles, the ESV, the NASB 95, the NRSV, King James, and the New the New Living Translation, you see here the passage of 1 Peter in these various translations. And what I did was I went in also and selected the feature for showing differences among the passages, and you can see highlighted areas where from one manuscript to the next there is some distinction. So when I look at the various areas where there are differences, for example in verse 8 or verse 9, I can do a couple of things. One is to come over and look at the panel with ESV, and if I want to pull up the interlinear pane at the bottom, I can then so one of the things that I can do is to pull up the interlinear pane and highlight a particular word that was in the passage, or one of the passages, sections that was distinct as a difference between the various translations, the various Bible resources. For example, the word sober-minded, which was referred to in ESV, is also translated as discipline in the NRSV, or staying alert in the NLT. I can highlight that word and then get additional information through one of our other resources at the bottom, such as the Louda. If I hover there, it gives more background about the definition, about the various possible usages, the original Greek text, and where else I would find that same Greek usage in the Bible. In this case, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 6 is indicated here. Another thing that I can possibly do is to highlight a word or passage that I'm interested in and right click, and it will bring up a floating screen that gives several additional options, including Bible word study. And if I hit that, what should appear is the lemma for the word that will give me various definitions and usage that may prove helpful in answering a syntactical question. As we see here, the roots are all illustrated. and the case frames, as well. Okay, so additionally, if I go up to the command bar and let's see, if I type in commentary, and see if I can do perhaps 1 Peter. We get an option for a pulpit commentary for the passage that would possibly give additional information about the structure and the syntax of the passage. As we see here. I can also go outside of Logos and look for things on Google Books. So we'll take a look at that as well. So from here in a regular Google Books search engine, we type in commentary for 1 Peter. And hit enter, and we have a number of resources that present themselves. Scrolling a little quickly, but here we see a whole host of options of volumes that will give us both lexical and syntactical support that we can go through. And finally, back here in the Logos system, if we do a simple search in our command bar for syntax, 1 Peter, what we see are the resources that are available in book form, to include an introduction to the study of New Testament Greek, as well as a commentary on the Greek text of the Epistle of Paul to Colossians, and a couple of other volumes. But what I found particularly interesting and helpful is scrolling down and seeing citation or bibliographical notes of references to material that have been included in other writings that may be germane to our particular syntax issue that we're seeking to resolve. And once you find something, a resource, you can hover to get more information, to see if it's valuable, and you can always, of course, use the hyperlink to go over directly to that particular resource. So these are just a few examples of ways to pursue additional information for a syntactical search. Thanks so much.